It's time to tax money bins. After all, I have to pay property taxes, a wealth tax on my home. Why don't billionaires have to pay a wealth tax on their money bins? Check this out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. England is debating a wealth tax right now. There's a piece about it in the Financial Times. And America, as tax revenues crash and the need for government services explodes, needs to consider one too. If you own a home, every year you must pay a wealth tax. The majority of the wealth held by middle and working class Americans is in their homes. And every year, every homeowner must pay a tax on their wealth in the form of a state and local property tax. Every year, all across America, average people dig deep to pay the 1 or 2 or 3 or 5% annual tax on the value of their home, money that helps support local schools and fire departments. Over 65% of Americans are homeowners. So that same percentage of average Americans pays an annual wealth tax. And the 35% of us who rent, don't escape the wealth tax. The property taxes simply get added to our rent. So really, every working class American is paying a wealth tax, an annual wealth tax. So if average working Americans pay an annual wealth tax on the property of their homes, why don't billionaires pay an annual wealth tax on the contents of their money bins? Why is that? It's sort of like with Social Security. You know, we pay on our first $130,000 of income, we pay Social Security tax. But over that, billionaires don't pay a penny. The United Kingdom kicked off a major multi-level conversation about the need for and appropriateness of a wealth tax on rich people. Their government needs the money. Wealthy people have been accumulating piles of cash ever since the Reagan-Thatcher era in ways and at speeds that haven't been seen since the Roaring '20s. And just the billionaires in America have made several $100 billion just since the beginning of this pandemic 5 months ago. So America needs this conversation too. Why is it that average working people every year must pay an annual tax on their wealth, their home, when wealthier people whose savings are not in their home, but instead are in their stock portfolios or their overseas bank accounts, why don't they have to do the same? It's a simple matter of fairness. America needs our rich people to pay a wealth tax just like the rest of us do every year. And given the crisis that COVID has thrown our local governments into because of low income tax collections, frankly, we need it now.